Here's what's making news now around Indiana, brought to you by Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. The man for all seasons, Chapman, chapmanheating.com. Officials in Marshall County have broken ground on a manufacturing facility in Plymouth. The Marshall County Economic Development Corporation says the 43,000 square foot facility is designed to attract new businesses to the region and will be the third manufacturing center it has developed. It will be located on Jim New Drive in Plymouth. Well, nestled on a main thoroughfare in Richmond sits a national treasure, one that's been empty since 2017. Around Indiana reporter Mary-Rachel Redman goes inside the historic Reid Memorial Church to show that there's more than a century-old beauty that unfortunately faces an uncertain future.
It's not a name most Hoosiers have ever heard of. In the late 19th century, Daniel Reid amassed America's largest tin plate empire, eventually selling it to J.P. Morgan for $18 million.
He was already wealthy, but he was instantly fabulously wealthy. And right about that time is when we started getting some correspondence back here about him wanting to build this church.
A church Reid would spare no expense to build.
This church is almost like a time capsule to the turn of the century. It represents something that we do not see often in the preservation field, let alone in regular life. It's an example of a building that is completely intact with the Louis Comfort Tiffany.
Louis Comfort Tiffany was the son of iconic jeweler Charles Tiffany, founder of just about every woman's favorite little blue box. But instead of joining his father, the younger Tiffany made his name as a pioneer in the art of glassmaking.
He was the creator of a completely new technology and style when he created the Tiffany glass.
One of the things that makes them Tiffany windows is the fact that you've got layers of glass. If you look at the faces and the hands, the detail is painted on. This gentleman right here has got an extra little piece of glass that looks like a rock almost. It actually has some depth to it.
So you can never technically recreate a Tiffany piece of glass. He did die with the technology. He trained people that they don't know exactly how to do it. So we will never have another memorial that is Tiffany like this. It will never happen again.
The Tiffany signature on this window is
complementing the Tiffany windows, a dramatic fan-vaulted ceiling, and historic Hook and Hastings organ, all original.
The organ is a work of art in its own right. All of the pipes are on either side, and that has also been maintained well.
Another unique feature of this 114-year-old building is the Grand Bell Tower. As you can see, this building is pretty much as it was when it opened in 1906, from the original brick to these beautiful Tiffany windows. And right up these stairs are 14 church bells to the Church Bell Tower
that are roughly about 5 feet each in height. But the bells have stopped ringing since Reid Memorial closed its doors to worship in 2017. Now the clock is ticking.
If the church ceases to be a Presbyterian church for a period of 10 years, then the property will revert back to the heirs. When the lawyers started looking at it, when the church actually shut down, that's when they discovered it. It's 100 years ago. Is that really still in effect?
We have people from across the nation that come to see this example of Tiffany. It is rare to find buildings like this in our area and have a community that is still highly dedicated to preserving this building. It is truly a gem for historic preservation.
There just can't be many structures around anywhere that rival this kind of artistry and history that are still in pretty good shape today. It's beautiful, and I know nobody wants to see anything happen to it.
Mary-Rachel Redman, Inside Indiana Business.